to another episode of Calcio Chronicles, where we deep dive in the heart of the Italian football. I'm Sheida A, your football-spirited language coach, and as always, I'm here with my brilliant co-host, Italy's top football analyst and sports journalist, Massimo Caputi.
Hi,
Hi.
Sheida. Hi, Sheida. Nice to see you. And also in this episode, we have a lot of argument.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's dive into it quickly. Okay, Massimo. So in this episode, I would like to put the spotlight on two of the top teams, Inter and Juventus, that we were talking about it also last week. That seems that they are in the fight, they're in the top place of the table, and they are fighting for the title. What are your thoughts about these two teams at the moment?
The Juventus and the Inter victories were very important for the table, and also because both teams uh, grow more points than the other team, especially Milan, that is in crisis in Serie A. And Inter and Juventus are two completely different teams, are strong but different. Inter is solid, determined, and also Inzaghi has more choices, no, in the on the bench during the match, between one match and another.
Yeah.
Juventus is a closer team, probably not in forward because Allegri has many chances now with Vlahovic, Chiesa, Keane, and Milik. But in the rest of the team, the strength of Juventus is the feeling, is the whole team is together for the fastest the defensive phase.
Yeah.
And so my opinion is Inter Juventus is a favorite in this moment, but probably favorite until the end.
Okay. Now, talking about Juventus, you mentioned Allegri. Juventus doesn't always play a spectacular football, but they're certainly getting the results. Uh, what is your thoughts about the pragmatic approach of Allegri in his team?
I like so much Allegri, and the results um, speak for us, for him,
Themselves, yeah.
because not only in the past, but I I thought I was thinking about the last season. The last season has been very trouble for Juventus, but at the end, Juventus arrived third.
Yeah.
And in this season, the focus is only in Serie A, and the team doesn't have a spectacular football, but very solid and very pragmatic. And the result in this season at the moment were very, very, very important. And the job of Allegri, I like the job of Allegri.
Okay, very good. Now, Milan, on the other hand, seems to be falling behind. Not only we have, at the moment, with the difference of just 6 points, we have 8 different teams that they are in the standings of Serie A at the moment. What are your thoughts about the situation about
Yes,
Milan and other teams?
this is an important, an interesting point of the table of Serie A because Juventus and Inter are in the first position, and we have 8 teams in 6 points.
Yeah.
And so everything is possible. And also we have two big surprise, Bologna and Monza.
Monza.
And is a little surprise because Bologna and Monza play a very good football, and also Motta and Palladino have
Mhm.
interesting player, good young player.
Okay, okay. Now we're going to definitely talk about them later on in this episode. What's your take about Napoli? Because it looks like Napoli is making a strong move up the table as well. What are your thoughts about them?
No, Napoli is following the identity, no, the real identity. But at the moment, is important to have continuity in result, and also some important players play very well. Raspadori, Politano, Kvaratskhelia,
Yeah.
also Lobotka is um, is going well and better than before. And so Zielinski,
Yeah.
and probably the result um, could could give to Napoli more strength and more feeling for the rest of the season.
Okay, brilliant. Now, as you were mentioning the strikers, today I would like to put the spotlight also on the strikers that are making the headlines, and they are making this Serie A this season much more interesting. So, before further ado, let's get to them. Okay, Massimo, welcome back. As I mentioned, I would like to talk a little bit about the top strikers of Serie A at the moment because of their brilliant performance from these 11th rounds that we had so far. So let's start with Lukaku. This Belgian striker has made an immediate impact in Roma, of course, scoring 6 goals in his first 9 games. Well, which in the history of Giallorossi, only Batistuta managed to score a similar appearance. So,
Yes.
what can you tell me about Lukaku?
Okay. At the beginning, I want to say that Lautaro in the moment is the best, no? But Lautaro, we know. The focus around Lukaku is important because he's a player very determined for Roma in the result, especially in the last game against Lecce. The end of the match, Roma Lecce, has been amazing because in 2.5 minutes, Roma won the match, and
Exactly.
Lukaku is important not only for the goal, obviously, but especially for because it represent the totem in forward for Roma, the center of the football of Roma, and also with Dybala, the forward of Roma is very very strong, especially for Lukaku. Lukaku make a difference in every team in Italy. We saw him with Inter and
Yeah.
now with Roma.
Okay. Now, I have to also mention the goal of Osmundo of the match that you were mentioning.
Yes, of
The
course.
last match. He saved Roma first, and then, of course, Lukaku, scored the winning goal. Okay, awesome. And next striker that I would like to talk about is Giacomo Raspadori,
Yeah.
who made his debut in Serie A in only May 2019 and has been on fire since then. What can you tell me about Raspadori?
For Napoli, with the absence of Osimhen, um, Raspadori is making difference now because he scored 3 consecutive goals in the last 3 games, Champions League and Serie A. And for me, Raspadori is a central forward. Probably is strange because now we see different central forward, Lukaku, Vlahovic, and other in Italy, but Holland, for example, in Premier League. But Raspadori is a central forward. Is a player with great technique, and great time in the box, and he can play also on the wing, on behind the central forward. But in this case, without Osimhen as a central forward, he is playing very, very well.
Okay, thank you. Another brilliant striker is Zirkzee of Bologna. What are your thoughts about him and his impact on the team?
I like Zirkzee so much, and I like his football. Probably he's a striker and a bomber, no, with as Lukaku or other Lautaro, or no, but he's a great player, technique, young, um, pass, assist, goal, and I believe that we near and a central forward, Zirkzee could play very, very well. But at the moment, is one of the best player in Bologna.
Okay, brilliant. So last but not least, I would like to talk about Juventus's striker Kim. What can you say about him? What are
Is
your
is important for Allegri, for Juventus, but also for him, for himself. Keane is playing with continuity and with attention in the defensive phase, but also in the box with not only goal, but uh, how he play with the rest of the team. And I am happy for him because he has quality from the beginning, but always miss the continuity, no, the possibility to confirm his quality, and this is an a right moment for Keane and for Juventus.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you so much, Massimo. So that's it for now about the strikers. Do you have any other player in mind that you would like to discuss?
We have a lot of players,
Yes.
no, because in Inter, for example, we spoke about Lautaro, and
Of
also
course.
Thuram, double together. They is one of the strength of Inter this season is the double Lautaro Thuram, but we have also other important players. Nico Gonzalez for Fiorentina, for example, is one and a good player, important player for Fiorentina, and the other in other team. Boloca, the midfielder in Sassuolo, I like, and so we speak about this about them in the next episode.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to focus on them on other episodes. Okay, then let's get to our next round previews. Okay, welcome back. So as we gear up for the next round in Serie A, Sassuolo versus Salernitana promised to be a great match and a big clash. The hosts are hungry for a win after a tough run, and the odds are in their favor. Massimo, with Sassuolo facing Salernitana, a win seems crucial for the house, but what do you think are going to be the key factors for this match?
But the teams came from defeats, and so it's important for both to win this game, especially for Salernitana, because the table is very dangerous for Inzaghi teams, and so probably I see a draw.
Okay, brilliant. So next match on the line, we have Genoa versus Verona. Both teams. What do you
Yes,
think? What do you think?
it's another interesting game. The moment of Verona is bad for the result. No, for the football, for the game, but especially for the result. And in Italy, but always the results are important. Genova, for me, is a little bit favored than Verona, because I want to tell you one victory of Genoa.
Victory of Genoa, fantastic. Okay, the next one will be Lecce versus Milan. Now, Lecce was nearly winning till the last moment with Roma, and we had the miracle of Osmun and Lukaku that saved Roma, thank God. And Milan, that is not really in the best shape right now. What do you think about them?
It's very difficult for me a prediction now, because I watched to play Lecce against Roma very well, especially in the second half. And Milan in Serie A is in crisis now, and it's very difficult. But I want to tell you that victory of Milan against Lecce.
Yeah, I agree on this with you.
It's the hope for Milan fans, not for Lecce fans, but for Milan, yes.
Well, they really have to prove themselves this time. I mean, at least against Lecce. Come on, they have to do it. Okay, next one will be Juventus versus Cagliari. Juventus, but both teams are coming from wins, and Juventus against Fiorentina, which was a very tough match, and Cagliari against Genoa. Actually, they won against Genoa. What do you think? Who is going to be favored?
Favored, absolutely Juventus, sure. But it's an interesting game, because Allegri is a good manager, and Ranieri is old manager, but is very good manager, and prepare the match very well. And so for Juventus, will be not easy to win against Cagliari. But I am honest. I want to say the victory of Juventus. Absolutely.
Okay, brilliant. Now, the next one would be Monza versus Torino. Monza, both teams are coming from 2 wins again. However, Monza is like one of those surprise teams that they have a brilliant performance in their last matches. Who do you think is going to be the winner in this time?
It's another difficult match, for a prediction, because Monza and Torino came from 2 important victories, and it's a good moment for Torino, but also for Monza, and the table speaks for Monza, because Monza now is in the 6th position of the table. And so I really don't know, and I want to say a draw for Monza and Torino. Probably draw.
Okay. A draw. Okay. I might go for Monza.
You are not happy?
No, I would go for Monza, but I understand your position. So we'll see.
But I agree. Monza could win. And has everything for winning, but at the same time, Torino is in a good moment, good feeling, and so I believe in a draw.
Okay. Well, we'll figure out which one of us was right next time. Okay. Next one is going to be another cool match between Napoli, and I'm very sorry for them, Empoli.
Also, in this case, Sheida, the prediction is Napoli's favor, and I know that Empoli needs points, needs result for the feeling, for the table, but Napoli is stronger than Napoli in every part of the field, and so Napoli will win.
Is favored. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we agree. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, every time, believe me, I really hope for Empoli to win. But I definitely understand a match against Napoli is not the easiest on the line for them. So very
It's in a
probably, as you mentioned.
mountain.
Yeah, but again, it's football. So, like, like the match of Lecce Roma, till the last second, you don't know what can happen, Not for our luck, Roma bounced back, but again. Anyway, next one on the line is going to be Fiorentina versus Bologna. Now, Fiorentina is coming from a loss, and Bologna is like one of the teams that is rising in the table. But who do you think is favored in this match?
It's difficult to say because Bologna is playing very, very well with good result and a good standing, and Fiorentina now needs to win absolutely. Fiorentina came from 3 consecutive defeats.
Exactly.
And they have to win. And I am honest. I believe that Fiorentina could win, and I won't say a victory for Fiorentina. I know it's difficult, but I believe in a victory of Fiorentina, the Fiorentina victory.
Okay. Well, I hope so, because of course their last match against Juventus was tough, but Fiorentina, as you mentioned, is a very tough team as well. So let's hope for Fiorentina. I agree with you on this one. Okay, next one on the line, we have Udinese versus Atalanta. Now, Udinese won in their last match against Milan. That was pretty surprising for me, at least. And Atalanta on the other side is a very tough team as well. Do you think that, I mean, even though Atalanta lost against Inter in their last match, so who do you think is favored in this match?
The result of Udinese against Milan has been a big surprise, but was important for Udinese because for not for the table, but for the feeling of the team needs an important result. Will be very difficult against Atalanta because Atalanta played against Inter very well, lost, but at the same time play well and confirm the strength of the team of Gasperini and also the quality. And so it's difficult an prediction, an exactly prediction, no? But probably the most possibilities are for the victory of Atalanta for me.
Okay, brilliant. Now, next, we're going to have the most important match, the Derby of Roma. Lazio-Roma, which is the most important match of this round.
Yes.
Lazio comes
the big
from
match
loss.
of the is the only big match in this round.
Yeah, exactly. So though Lazio is coming from a loss and Roma is coming from a last minute victory. However, Roma has been defeated by Lazio in their last 3 away league matches. How do you think this is going to turn out?
The derby is always a difficult match for the team and also for the prediction. And in Rome in particular, often the team that is in a difficult moment at the end could win. But in this case, I don't know really who is the team that is in a difficult moment. Probably for the result, for the last result, Lazio, then Roma. The feeling after the victory against Lecce for Roma is strong, but is important for the team of Mourinho, the shape of some important players as Dybala and other. I don't know. I really don't know who can win this match, and so. But if I have to give a prediction, in this case, I want to say a draw.
A draw.
For many particular things in this moment, I believe that is very, very important for both teams. Don't lose.
Not to lose, yeah. Now, in my case, based on statistics, logically, I would say probably Lazio is more favorite, but my heart, as everybody knows, is with Roma, so I would say Forza Roma. Okay, now last match of round 12 is going to be between Inter and Frosinone, which both teams are coming from wins. However, we both know there is a massive difference when it comes to the level of their game between Inter and Frosinone. Of course, Inter is one of the top teams and one of the most favorite teams for the title. How do you think this match is going to?
Obviously, the team favored is Inter, absolutely, and
with no doubt.
It's difficult to think
differently.
Yes, but Inter have to pay attention to Frosinone, because I remember, and you remember, that in one month ago, 3 weeks ago, Inter lost some points at home against weak team. But I believe that Frosinone also loyalty, and so also Frosinone can play on a good game and a good match, and so Inter is favored, but attention at the result of Inter Frosinone.
Okay, brilliant. And that's the last match of round 12. Thank you, Massimo, as always, with all your insight. It was amazing. And we definitely are going to see each other next week to talk about round 13 and so many other news that we will have next week. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye. Thank you, everybody, from near and far, that you're following us and listening to us. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, say whatever you like, you don't like. Just let us know what you think. Thank you, everybody. See you next week. Bye.